Okay. Hopefully, I don't screw this up too many times. Plato's cave as a spiritual odyssey, breaking free from the puppet show of deception. In Plato's allegory of the cave, prisoners are shackled in darkness, mistaking flickering shadows on the wall for the fullness of reality. These illusions, cast by unseen puppeteers manipulating objects before a fire, represents the deceptive constructs that bind the human mind. But Plato's tale is more than a philosophical puzzle. It's a profound metaphor for the spiritual journey from enslavement to enlightenment. No one can fully convey the splendor of the true world to those who've never glimpsed it. The prisoner must choose to break free. Yet guidance is possible. A benevolent whisperer can reveal the chains and instruct how to dismantle them, one link at a time. This is the path of liberation, not through sheer willpower or illusory shortcuts, but through deliberate, truth seeking action. Contrast this with the seductive voices of malevolence, which promise escape via remote viewing or mental projection alone. They lure with the illusion of freedom, suggesting you can transcend the cave without ever leaving its confines. But it is a mind's eye vision of the outside world. Is a mind's eye vision of the outside world truly real? For those still chained, it remains a phantom. Only the truly enlightened, those who beheld the light of the Lord, the divine radiance that illuminates all creation, can speak with unerring truth. When a prisoner yields this call, sheds the chains of deception, be they cultural myths, societal pressures, or self imposed delusions, and ventures into the unknown, a miracle unfolds. The journey demands courage, stepping from the familiar shadows into blinding daylight where uncertainty reigns but authenticity thrives. This reimagining may echo Gnostic or esoteric traditions with their layers of hidden knowledge and dualistic battles between light and darkness. Amusingly, that's precisely what the deceiver relishes, crafting narratives so tantalizingly close to the divine truth that they sow confusion among seekers. The false light bringer, Lucifer, twists the allegory into a maze of half truths, blurring the line between genuine revelation and clever imitation. But the core question persists: where does true meaning arise in this metaphor? It cannot stem from the shadows themselves, nor from the puppeteers' scripted spectacles. Meaning emerges from the act of transcendence, from confronting the real world's hardships head on. Consider the cave not merely as a prison, but as a staging ground, a controlled environment where sustenance, safety, and entertainment are provided to the chained. In this light, is it truly oppressive or a preparatory realm designed to awaken the realization that true fulfillment lies beyond? The outside world is harsh, unforgiving elements, scarce resources, and the weight of freedom's responsibilities. Yet this is where meaning is forged, not in passive comfort, but in the struggle to build, create, and thrive under the divine light. This truth transcends questions of origin or authorship. It doesn't matter who crafted the cave or its illusions. What matters is recognizing that the path outward is the source of purpose, a universal call etched into the human spirit by the Creator himself. Fulfillment, then, isn't achieved merely by escaping. One must labor in the real world to cultivate abundance, tilling soil, forging communities, and harnessing the raw potential of creation. But the journey doesn't end there. The enlightened become messengers, sneaking back into the cave's depths to whisper into the ears of the captivated, "There is more." This act of redemption echoes the Christian mandate to spread the gospel, pulling others from deception without forcing their hand. It's a quiet revolution, one soul at a time, aligning human wills with divine intent and countering the mind viruses that plague societies. Yet human nature is cyclical. Even surface dwellers, basking in the true light, may forge their own chains, new puppet shows of bureaucracy, ideology, or technology that dull the senses. Over generation, grand societies rise in the mountains or valleys, the original cave fading into myth, a cautionary tale whispered around campfires. The people gaze upward at the heavens, pondering if this vast world itself is a grander cave with unseen puppeteers pulling cosmic strings. Perhaps there is a way out of this cave, they muse, igniting a new cycle of awakening. Ironically, the ancient arts of remote viewing, those illusory shortcuts peddled by the deceiver, originate from early escapees of the original cave. This knowledge, once a tool of partial insight, becomes lost to the new civilizations, as do the whispers of "there is more." The cycle repeats. New deceptions arise, new enlightenments beckon. To break it, one must descend from this new cave, the heavens, to a fresh narrative, a story of life beyond, from a realm predating the original cave, even the world itself. Imagine encounters with beings from other worlds, dotted with their own caves and civilizations, offering glimpses of infinite layers of reality. But does this resolve the primal questions? The cause of abiogenesis, the spark of life from non life, or the ultimate origin of meaning? At that point, does it even matter? If new meaning is simply handed over by these cosmic strangers, be they angels, advanced civilizations, or divine emissaries, have we truly earned it or merely traded one illusion for another? No, true meaning isn't bestowed, it's discovered through the eternal cycle of escape, creation, and return. It aligns not with human misalignments, the root of its ills, like flawed AI, which merely reflects our own flaws, but with the unchanging light of the Lord, which pierces every layer of deception. At the heart of this allegory lies the critical distinction: light, capital L, versus light, little l. The true light of the Lord perceives every shadowy corner of the mind, banishing deception and fostering genuine freedom. It aligns the soul with a higher purpose, revealing that human misalignments, greed, pride, and willful ignorance are the root of societal ills, not mere accidents or external forces like misprogrammed AI. In opposition stands the false light bringer, the Dark Lord, Lucifer himself, who thrives in the dim recesses of unilluminated minds. His influence manifests through trickery, sowing division, and mind viruses that infect cultures, politics, and personal lives. Consider the puppets in this grand show. They dance as if alive, mimicking human forms and actions, yet their strings are pulled by hidden operators. These puppets aren't to blame, they're unwitting vessels animated by forces beyond their control. The real culprits are the puppeteers ensconced in their control rooms, perhaps raised in darkness themselves and clinging to its comforts. They orchestrate the world stage, crafting narratives that keep the masses enthralled, media spectacles, ideological echo chambers, or economic treadmills that grind away at human potential. But even they can awaken. By crossing the threshold, rejecting the illusion, and reaching for the divine light, they can become fully real, no longer puppeteers, but participants in a greater creation. If they never look back, they may never return to the stage. This metaphor hits hardest in our modern era, where digital caves abound. Social media shadows flicker endlessly, puppeteers pull strings from corporate boardrooms or shadowy networks, and false light promises empowerment through consumerism, relativism, and unbridled technology. Yet the call to break free remains. Heed the benevolent whisper, dismantle the chains, and step into the true light. Redemption awaits not in dominating the cave, but in building anew under the Creator's gaze, and perhaps in whispering to others across infinite caves. To conflate the divine light with the deceiver's glow is to perpetuate the slavery. They are not the same, and recognizing this is the first chain to shatter. Do you like it? God bless.